What's up, Gear Mortals? Trey Xavier here, and on today's edition of Gear Gods Quality Control, we're going to be taking a look at the Carl Tatz Design Phantom Focus eChair. So why review a chair on a music channel? Well, if you're like me, if you're really into music production, if you're doing a lot of recording, if you work in a recording studio, if you're a studio engineer, or even a live sound engineer, you're gonna be spending a lot of time sitting down. Where you plant your seat becomes very important, because it's gonna be there for a long time. I need a chair that I can sit in for hours and hours and hours. So this very desk right here is where I spend the majority of my time. So I'm sitting here all day long, and if I don't have a good chair, I'm gonna have some serious problems. So the Phantom Focus eChair is part of the Phantom Focus system, which is essentially a comprehensive monitor optimization service that Carl Tatz performs for big studios. It involves things like all these proprietary techniques, hardware and software stuff, sound dampening and isolation, something called laser alignment, different kinds of hardware and software, speaker placement calculations, crossovers and EQs, the whole 9 yards. Basically, if you really want your monitors to sound right in the studio, the Phantom Focus system is, as far as I know, the most comprehensive. The chair is just one part of the whole thing that allows you to basically put your ears in exactly the right spot as often as possible. So now we're gonna take a look at the features of the Phantom Focus chair, why it's so good for sitting in for long periods of time, and why it's good specifically for recording and mixing and mastering engineers. So of course the chair has the typical up and down. Oh, goes up really high for a chair of this size. I really like these adjustable arm things because they go really low. So they're low enough to where I can play guitar without having to take the arms off. And that is super, super bueno. If you play with your guitar on your leg, that might be in the way. But because I play like this, it's this arm that's usually in the way, but it's super low enough, no problem. Features a very smooth spinning motion for when you get bored in the studio, waiting for the singer to finally arrive with all those groupies. These are really good for making thoughtful mixing decisions all the way up, or you put them all the way down so you can play guitar. The arms also come completely off with these just whoop, slide them out. You can also move them in or out, depending on where you like it. And then just tighten it back up. So this lever is really cool. You can use it to lean pretty far back, and it locks in place wherever you leave it. So you can find the optimal position. You can even lean a little bit forward. It's not particularly comfortable, but you never know. Using this knob right here, loosen it up, and you can set the height of the backrest for optimal lumbar support, which is, in my opinion, one of the most important parts of a chair like this, because when you're sitting down for a long time, you slouch sometimes, and this kind of keeps you from slouching. I think one of the best parts of the whole chair is this lever right here, and what that allows you to do is tilt just the backrest back and forth. So you can have it kind of tight up against your back, which is like it sort of holds you in place in a good seating arrangement. Or you can lean back without tilting the entire seat backwards, which is what one of those other levers is for. If you move around a lot and you can't decide, all you have to do is push the lever down, and then the seat back moves with you. It just has like a little bit of pressure against your back, and it kind of cradles you, which is pretty amazing. So like, if you're doing stuff like reaching for knobs all day, say this is your mix console desk, reaching for a knob over here, the chair back moves with you. Look at that. It's like smart. Now, another thing is the whole chair is on like a spring in there somehow. And so the bottom of the chair actually, no matter what setting it's on, it actually moves with you. So it feels like there's no resistance, you know? The mesh seats are like sitting on a cloud. So I've found that like a typical, like even like a really comfortable office chair, after a while, even if it's really soft, becomes kind of like packed down and it's not as comfortable as it was in the beginning. But the mesh doesn't seem to have that problem. The only problem I found with the mesh so far is that it has exactly 0 fart absorption. So if you're sitting in this and you fart, everybody's gonna know it. So just something to keep in mind. These wheels are pretty rolly, even on carpet. And then these armrests go out at wonky, crazy angles. So you can make them go up and down, in. So you can do this kind of a pose. Out for, I don't know, getting your blood drawn. I mean, recording in the studio is kind of like getting your blood taken, right? Oh, what a long day in the studio. I'm gonna kick back for a second and put my feet up. Also, with this lever, if you push it all the way up, then it just goes into kind of freestyle mode, rocking back and forth like this if you want. So you can be like leaning back, pensive, thinking, lean way forward, turn some knobs, lean back again, listen to how the bass player wants to be louder, the guitar player wants to be louder, and the singer wants to be louder. And then you think about applying to be a dentist instead. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. For more information on the Phantom Focus eChair and the entire Phantom Focus system, go ahead and check out carltatzdesign.com. If you haven't already, please subscribe for more reviews and original content, and I'll see you real soon. I have 2 eyes. This desk right here is where I spend most of my days. Maxing out, chilling out, relaxing, all cool, just shooting some b-ball outside of the school. His system of the Phantom Focus system is a system where system.